Have you ever felt like the whole world was against you? That no matter how hard you tried, success seemed like an impossible dream? Imagine being rejected at the peak of your aspirations, hearing that you'd never be good enough, and yet defying the odds to become the greatest of all time. This is the story of Michael Jordan, a journey of resilience that transcends basketball, inspiring anyone who believes that giving up is never an option. Stay with me until the end of this video because the story you're about to hear might just change how you see challenges, failure, and what it truly means to succeed in life. Picture this: a young Michael Jordan, full of dreams, walking onto the basketball court with the hope of making his high school team. But instead of cheers and congratulations, he was met with rejection. The coach looked him in the eye and said, "You're not good enough." He wasn't tall enough, strong enough, or skilled enough. At least that's what they told him. For most of us, that kind of rejection could break us. It could plant seeds of doubt so deep that we might never try again. But for Michael, that rejection didn't define him. It ignited him. He didn't let it shatter his confidence. He let it fuel his determination. Every day after school, while others rested or played video games, Michael was on the court. He would practice his shooting, his dribbling, his speed, until the sun set and the streetlights came on. And then, even in the dark, he would visualize himself making the game-winning shot, hearing the roar of the crowd and proving everyone wrong. What makes this moment so relatable is that we've all faced rejection at some point in our lives. Maybe it wasn't a basketball team. Maybe it was a job, a relationship, or a dream we held close to our hearts. Rejection hurts, but Michael's story reminds us that it doesn't have to be the end. Instead, it can be the beginning of something extraordinary. By the time Michael entered college, he wasn't just another player. He was a force. At the University of North Carolina, he made history as a freshman, hitting the game-winning shot in the 1982 NCAA championship. The kid who was once told he wasn't good enough was now standing at the pinnacle of college basketball. But even then, Michael didn't rest. He knew that success wasn't a destination, it was a journey. And that journey would soon take him to the NBA, where he became a household name, captivating fans with his extraordinary talent, work ethic, and charisma. But just when it seemed like he had it all, life threw him a devastating curveball. In 1993, Michael Jordan's world came crashing down. His father, James Jordan, was brutally murdered, a senseless act of violence that shook the entire nation. Michael wasn't just mourning the loss of his father, he was mourning the loss of his greatest supporter, his mentor, his rock. It was a pain so deep that, for the first time, Michael didn't turn to basketball for comfort. Instead, he walked away from the game. He announced his retirement and shocked the world by pursuing a completely different dream: professional baseball. Why baseball? Because it was his father's favorite sport. Michael wanted to honor his father's memory by chasing a dream they had once shared. Imagine the courage it took to leave the top of one career and start from scratch in another. The media ridiculed him, fans were confused, and critics doubted his abilities. But Michael didn't care. For him, this wasn't about proving anything to anyone. It was about healing, about finding himself again after unimaginable loss. Even in his struggles on the baseball field, Michael never gave up. He worked tirelessly, just as he had in basketball, refusing to let failure define him. And then, after 2 years away from the NBA, the world received a simple two-word statement that sent shockwaves through the sports world. "I'm back." Those 2 words marked one of the greatest comebacks in sports history. Michael returned to the Chicago Bulls with a fire in his eyes and a renewed sense of purpose. He didn't just play basketball, he dominated. Over the next few years, he led the Bulls to 3 consecutive championships, cementing his legacy as the greatest player of all time. What makes this part of his story so powerful isn't just the victories but the resilience it took to achieve them. Michael showed the world that it's not about how many times you fall, it's about how many times you get back up. It's about refusing to let life's challenges break you, no matter how insurmountable they may seem. Today, Michael Jordan's legacy goes far beyond basketball. He's more than an athlete. He's a symbol of perseverance, determination, and excellence. His story continues to inspire people from all walks of life. Athletes, entrepreneurs, dreamers, and anyone who's ever faced a seemingly impossible obstacle. And now, I want to ask you, what's stopping you from chasing your dreams? What's holding you back from becoming the Michael Jordan of your own life? His story shows us that every rejection, every failure, every setback is an opportunity in disguise. You just have to be willing to put in the work, to rise above the doubts, and to believe in yourself when no one else does. If this story resonated with you, don't keep it to yourself. Like this video, share it with someone who needs a dose of inspiration, and leave a comment below. What's the greatest challenge you've ever overcome? Let's build greatness together, one step at a time, because the best is yet to come.